I failed you. You trusted me. And I failed you.
So there I was, playing the game. Or so I thought. Turns out, game played me.
I threw that shit before I walked in the room!
Yeah, so, looks like I didn't actually die in episode 34. Game trolled me. I fell for it. And if you think that's dumb, wait till you hear this next part. When I saw a comment, by the way, thank you, informing me that I hadn't actually died and that I could continue on with the story, I got excited. And I decided to see if that was true. Fired up the game, saw that it was true, played 4 or 5 more hours, and forgot to record it. Yeah, hence episode 34.5. So I'm going to go over very briefly all the major shit that went down that didn't get recorded. So that way, if you go into episode 35 wondering what the heck happened, you can just come back here and find out. Okay, cool? Cool. So, after I got up from the coma, I asked Kim about the pissing competition between our various precincts. Turns out neither precinct is quite sure which has jurisdiction over Martinez, and no one really wants it. So when this hornet's nest of a case showed up, they sent 2 parties to see who would get stuck with it. After that, I went and talked with Joyce, and I accepted her request to figure out what's going on with drugs in the Union because I needed someone to tell me more information about what was going on with the hanging, and I couldn't find any other way. As a result, I investigated, I talked to a bunch of lorrymen, and I found out Joyce was not wrong. There is a lady driver who is definitely taking raw ingredients from other parts of the world and distributing them around Revachol to be made into drugs. And when I informed Joyce about the fact that she was correct and that there will be an investigation, she told us what she knew about the lynching and the important details for us. She knows who it was that died, one of the soldiers sent by Wild Pines, the leader of the soldier group. And she also told us that the other 2 soldiers are still in Martinez, and very soon they intend on causing havoc and killing a lot of Union members if I haven't managed to figure out a single person for them to go after. Then Joyce gave me the rest of the lowdown about reality, which I've mostly forgotten, but hey, now my character knows about what the heck is going on in Revachol. Following that, and I'm very sad I didn't capture this on camera, my schlubby dad-bod ass went and kicked Measurehead's ass in order to get access to the harbor and finally meet Everard Clare, who seemed to know me. Like, if Everard is to be believed, my character's name is Harry Dubois, and Everard, of course, knows something about the lynching, but his price for information is the cops doing just a little bit of dirty work, just enough that people get the sense that the cops are on the Union side, is really what he's after. He gave us the job, which I accepted, of going and unlocking someone's apartment just so they've come home and find it unlocked, which I've done, but I haven't reported back to Everard yet. And also in the course of that conversation, I've learned that Everard, or somebody in his inner circle, is in possession of my gun. It was a high-ranking Union official, maybe even the lady driver that's doing the drug trafficking. Then went and procured my gun from the pawn shop after I pawned it. After meeting with Everard and talking with him a little bit, he agreed to let us use Measurehead's assistance to get the body down from the tree. So we went out and we talked to Measurehead, and he got the body down from the tree for us. Then Kim and I, mostly Kim, performed a field autopsy on the body. And thanks to some clutch rolls on my part, we learned that the hanging was not the cause of death. It was a cover-up. I noticed a bullet hole in the guy's mouth, in the roof of his mouth, and in the most disgusting way possible, I dug it out of his brain. That also would have been a fun thing to catch on camera. The next morning, I woke up and went downstairs to the lobby of the Whirling and found two seemingly street cops, right? But really they were people from the precinct that I talked to in episode 3, and they were basically fucking with me. I don't know why they're there, and they wouldn't tell me. Shortly after that, I sent Kim and the body off to the morgue, so Kim is not with us on Wednesday. He will return on Thursday morning. The next thing that I did is I managed to befriend Kuno in order to have him tell me where some speed was, which turned out to be in his apartment with his dad guarding it. Apparently his dad's a piece of work. And I snuck in, I got it, gave him some, took some, and that pretty much brings us to now. And see you in episode 35.